Thanks for having me out. So what am I in today? I'm in a cast-in-place foundation. Poured concrete, probably about a 3,000 pound pour or better. Foundation seems to be doing in excellent shape, no cracks to be seen, but there's a lot of basement that's finished. Now, this rear wall here with the HVAC systems on it, there's a crawl space and the house has got an addition going off to the back of it. We have no issues to the rear of the home, so we're going to do a 3-wall system, a big C basically, from the sidewalls to the front. So we'll be coming, the other side of this is a room, so we're just going to go ahead and jump right on past here. We'll be coming from this corner, so we'll need the drywall taken up from this corner, 2 feet up. March your way right on down, and underneath that finished wall, under the stairway, when we get into here, we start getting into flooring, and that's when flooring will need to come up as well. So it'd be in your best interest is to take the base molding up, 2 feet up. Now be very careful, there's electric in that area and it can turn out to be trouble. But it can be cut with a bread saw. It's that easy to cut the drywall, just gotta be careful with the studs. What's gonna happen is that sill board, which is what the studs sit on, is going to be gotten rid of. It's gonna be probably rotted. And at the end of the day, it's gotta come out for us to be able to put new concrete in. So that wood needs to be treated lumber when it goes back in. I don't do that. And it would be glued down and not nailed to the floor. So we'll talk about that later in the event that we need to when the house is getting put back. My next visit will be seeing the house as it's prepped, ready for the system to be put in. As we make our way along, it's the front wall here. This is a very long front wall. We got like 61 linear feet. So it's interesting, and we want to make sure that we check everything. This gives you a good example of what the actual wall looks like. Really good shape here. We want to take a look at this a little closer when we get back. Looks like there was an old service coming through there. I want to make sure that that gets injected. We don't have any issues with that. I'm not sure why these are here. It's kind of like therefore. Let's find out what they're there for. When these drywall, as we come down, this wall will be taken up. Now wall cracks are going to come into play possibly, and they'll be at a certain linear feet, and then if carbon needs to be used, that's for strength. Carbon fiber can make the concrete 10,000 PSI versus 3. You would only use that on the situations where there'd be diagonal cracks or horizontal crack. As we make our way to the front, we've got a closet here. This is a great place for us to stick our sump pump. I think there's an outlet in here, and I see signs that it's probably a good reason that we are coming in. So there might be a crack here in the corner based on what we're seeing in there. But I want to emphasize how clean and how undisturbed the house is. This house is having a system added to it. It's kind of like adding air conditioning to a house that didn't have air conditioning. So the floors were pitched to a drain for a reason. There'll be no reason for that to have to work at this point because we're going to be putting a 3-wall system in. There'll be a warranty that transfers with the house that will make sure that the house stays dry, and we'll make sure that the permit process is done through Kirkwood. Thanks for the opportunity. Next step will be checking the walls.